Good morning. Good morning and welcome to our yoga practice. We have a minute or two before we get going, so a nice amount of time to roll out your mat, settle in, and create your space. I said it over there, loves. Hi, good morning. Here you go. She left her treat in here. So getting close to time. Oh, sorry, I have to sneeze. See if it comes. Oh, my apologies. All right. So we're close to time. We're settling in and we're going to start in child's pose today. So let's meet toward the back of the mat, back 2/3 of it. Toes near one another, knees near one another. You could also take the knees wide. We'll start to melt down. Bring the belly to the thighs. Start to melt the forehead down. Maybe it rests on the mat. Maybe you make yourself a support with the hands or the fists. Let the hips settle toward the heels as you invite ease into the body. Notice the breath. Begin to deepen the inhales and the exhales as best you can, especially if the belly is resting on the thighs. The breath might not feel as full as maybe you can achieve when we're seated or standing. But building that awareness is equally important. Concept of that nice full breath. Oh, that sneeze got me. My apologies. And as you breathe in and out, take a moment to build awareness of the body. To notice those places that are feeling strong this morning, those places that could offer the support, and those places that may need it. Relax the feet, settle the hips a bit more. And if the head is resting on the hands, go ahead and reach the hands overhead, palms in mat, straightening the arms a bit here as you begin to activate the shoulders and the upper back, feeling that nice stretch down through side body. Soften the arms slightly as you walk them over to the right. Keep length in the left arm as you create a lovely stretch down through the side. Keep the breath steady. And then walk the hands back through center and over to the left. Awareness runs down the right side of the body as you create this big stretch from hip to fingertip. And then we come back to center. We'll inhale up and find a tabletop. Shoulders over wrist, hips over knees, somewhere near the middle of the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Give yourself a nice solid base. And pause here for a moment, a nice neutral spine as you gaze at the mat. Notice if the heart is collapsing down, the shoulders are not engaged. We want to activate them, have that little lift. Feel that nice connection to our foundation beneath us. On an inhale, we'll lower the belly and lift the gaze. Exhale as we round, arch the back. Inhale as we lower, nice open heart. Exhale as we round. And continue these cat-cows at your own breath pace for a few rounds. You can invite in other intuitive movement that feels good for you today. As you move, just try to keep that connection between the breath and the body. We'll take one more full round before meeting back at our neutral spine. From our neutral, we'll make a little C shape as we hit the hips to the right and glance over the right shoulder. And then opposite side, swing the hips to the left, gaze over the left shoulder or around it, I guess more accurately. And then once more right, once more left, and back to our neutral. Keep the hips high. As you start to slide the hands away, gently melt the heart toward the mat as we come into puppy pose. Big stretch through the shoulders. You can feel it in the front midline. You can drop onto forearms here. You could go up onto tented fingers, finding a variation that feels right for your body this morning. And then gently slide the hands back in, returning to that tabletop, and then extending it out. We'll take the hands forward about a handprint each. Fingers are spread wide. We're creating a nice base as we curl the toes. We'll hover the knees. Feel that strength enter the arms, core engage. Lower the knees down. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, lift the hips up and back as we come into down dog. We'll explore here for a moment. So that may mean pedaling the feet out, bending the knees. You could shift the hips a bit. We'll start to settle in, trying to find that flat back. We'll root into the left toes as we draw the right foot up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee, open the hips. Nice little stretch. And then we return to center. With control, we'll bring the knee up and then step the foot forward somewhere between the hands in our runner's lunge for one breath. And then we'll lower the back knee, uncurl those toes as we come into low lunge. And if it feels better on the knee and for your stability to keep the toes curled back there, feel free. And as we settle into our low lunge, take a moment to check that knee stack on the front leg. We want it over the ankle or a little bit behind it. We'll let the hips sit low as we invite a big stretch into that left hip, into that thigh. Draw the gaze forward if you can. We'll find our foundation as we start to lift the hands up. Maybe they come to thigh first. We sit up slightly. Gaze is forward. Find that nice neutral. We'll inhale the arms up. Palms shine toward one another. So we're not really in our warrior one arms. The arms are kind of straight up, biceps near the ears as best you can. Light arch back as we draw the gaze up. And then back to neutral. We'll bring the left hand down. Big reach over with the right. If you have a block, this can help bring the earth a little closer to you, make this feel a little more stable. We'll come back up. Exhale the arms down. We're going to take a twist to the right. So we'll bring left arm forward, right arm back as we turn to the right. Having that right arm back isn't speaking to your shoulder, hand to hip. And then arms back down. We'll frame that front foot. Curl the back toes as you lift off of that knee. Create a foundation as you step the left toes back, or right toes back, my apologies. High plank. Take a breath. You can drop to the knees here if you like. And then we'll shift the hips up and back. Down dog. Taking a few rounds of breath here. We'll root into the right toes as we lift left foot up. Bend that knee. Open the hips. Back to center. Bring that left foot forward. Try not to scrape it on the ground as best you can. Really scoop that belly as you bring it forward. We're in our runner's lunge. Take a breath. And then lower that back knee. Let the hips sit low. Make any little adjustments you need to help protect the joint. Lengthen the spine as you draw the gaze forward. And if you're feeling like looking forward causes a little pinching or something, maybe you look just off of the mat on the earth in front of you. Nice steady breath. With control, we start to make our way up. Hands to thighs. Find that foundation. Core is engaged. We'll draw the arms up. Light back bend. Back up. And then bring that right hand down to the mat. Reach the left over. Back up. And both arms down. Take a breath. And head into your twist on the exhale. Left hand forward, right hand back. And again, hand to hip is an option. We'll gently release. Hands back to the mat. We'll lift off of that back knee. Step the left toes back, high plank. Take a breath. Shift the hips up and back. We'll start to walk the feet toward the hands, coming somewhere near the middle of the mat, and finding a forward fold. The feet can be hip-width distance or maybe even slightly wider apart. You could hold elbows here to hang in ragdoll. Our hands can reach to the earth. Shake the head a little yes and no to help loosen the neck. If you're holding elbows, go ahead and release the hands. We'll start to bend the knees, lower the hips, belly to thighs. Find that foundation through the feet. We're going to leave the hips and legs where they are. Take the hands back to airplane arms. So we're not lifting the body up, we're just creating a little bit of space. Imagine you're a long ski jumper. That's kind of the vibe we're going for here. So a nice flat back, strong legs. Draw the shoulder blades a little closer together. Thumbs are away from the body. And then we'll transition. Bring the fingertips toward the mat, but they're just passing by. Swing those arms forward. Start to lift the heart. We're into our chair pose. Draw the tailbone down. Take one breath here. Hands to mat. Lift the hips. Forward fold. Soften the knees and gently roll up. We come up to standing. Our nice Tadasana, head over heart. Arms are by our side, palms forward. Nice big inhale as we reach. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift, nice flat back. Draw the navel to the spine. Exhale as you release. We'll lower the hips, lift the heart, chair pose. You can hold that big beach ball out in front of you. You can take hands to heart center. Hands to mat, lift the hips, forward fold. Plant the hands, step one foot back and then the other. Finding your high plank. With control, lower down to the belly. Uncurl the toes. We'll bring hands under shoulders. Inhale up, chin and collarbone, baby cobra. Exhale as you release. We'll pause here as we grow our cobra. On your next inhale, we'll lift chin, collarbone, and maybe a rib or two, putting a little more weight into the hands. Gaze is forward, spine is long. Exhale as you release. We'll take a breath. And on your next inhale, you could stay at either of those first two levels, or you could move the hands next to the chest. And inhale up, finding your variation of cobra. The arms may straighten, they may not. Again, you can stay at that baby cobra. You could head to up dog if that's in your practice. And gently release. We'll reach the left arm out to a T. Palm is on the earth. Right hand is in the mat, elbow at 90. We'll start to gently rotate the body to the left, creating a deep stretch for that shoulder. Only rotate as far as your body wants. Be mindful of how it's feeling. Exhale back to center. Left palm into the mat, that elbow at 90, right arm out to a T. And start to rotate onto the right side. Back to center. We'll bring the right hand into the earth. So both of the hands are palms down, just slightly off of the mat. Oh, great goodness today. And we'll inhale up, finding your variation of cobra with a wide arm. And gently release. Back to the mat. We'll press back hips to heels, child's pose. Nice counter posture for that back work we just did. Some of that back work we incorporated earlier. Reconnect with the breath. Start to walk the hands in as you lift up. Rotate on to a favorite hip and swing the legs around. Legs are stretched out in front of us, feet about hip width distance apart. We sit up tall, the sit bones connected to the mat. We'll inhale the arms, lead with the heart as you exhale forward. Maybe you grab feet, ankles, shins, the mat. If you have a strap and you want to use that to wrap around the feet and draw yourself down a little bit more, you can. So lots of variations. Trying to keep the spine relatively long. Maybe there's a little micro bend at the knees. We'll inhale up. We'll take the feet wide. That can be defined by however you like. We'll sit up tall. Start to walk the hands away from the body as you fold down. Hands can stay centered between you on the mat. You could take peace fingers and wrap them around the big toes to help draw you down. Hold the ankles. So again, options here. Start to walk the hands in as we lift up. We'll tuck the left foot in and then the right. That right shin in front of left, roughly parallel to the short edge of the mat. Sit up nice and tall and start to walk the hands away, holding down, lead with the heart. Squeeze love. Thank you. There we are. And again, only fold as far as you want. Try not to lift the hips too far off of the mat. Start to walk the hands in as we lift up and swap the legs. The left shin in front of right. Get yourself settled as we lengthen the spine and fold down. Each side a little different. So take your time as you move into the next shape, even if it's just a variation of the prior one. Staying in tune with the body. Let the legs grow a little heavier. We'll start to walk the hands in as we lift up. We'll bring the legs up, toes together, heels together, and then let the knees fall away from one another, coming into our bound ankle. The feet can be as close in or as far away as you need, and they don't have to touch. They could just shine toward one another. You could stay right here, letting gravity gently draw the legs down, maybe even bouncing them a little bit. If you'd like to deepen the stretch through the hips, lengthen the spine, lead with the heart, hinge forward. I like to hold on to ankles and use my elbows and forearms to help gently press into the legs, deepening that stretch. But if that isn't serving you, you could hold feet. You could have hands at heart center. Nice full rounds of breath. We'll inhale up. Help the knees together, set the feet wide. Hands behind us, a little support, and let's take a gentle windshield wiper with the legs. Rotate the hips. And then we'll just find a comfortable seated spot, whatever that looks like for you right now. Arms are at our side. We'll inhale them up to shoulder height. Exhale as you draw the hands together in front of you. Palms pressed together. We'll interlace the fingers, draw palms to heart, elbows go wide. Flip the palms so that they're facing away from you. Thumbs are down. We'll start to press the hands away, straightening the arms as best we can, feeling that stretch through the wrist and the forearms. Inhale the arms up, lengthening side body. And then exhale as we let them down. Inhale, shoulder height. Exhale, palms together. Interlace as we inhale, palms to heart. Exhale as we flip the palms and press them away. Inhale as we reach up. And exhale the arms down. Once more to our breath pace. Inhale, shoulder height. Exhale together, space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, press away. Inhale as we reach, lengthen. And exhale, arms down. Loosen the arms a little bit, shake those shoulders out. We'll take left hand down to the mat. We inhale up the right and exhale as we take it over. Notice as you come into this side stretch, if the legs start to tense up, they do use that exhale to help them settle as best you can. Inhale up, exhale down, right hand into the mat as we inhale up the left. Find that length. Exhale as you take it over. That upper arm does not have to be straight. You can keep a little bend at the elbow and the wrist. Try to keep the heart open to the wall in front of you. Sometimes we want to rotate in here. We'll inhale up. Exhale down. So we'll swing the right leg kind of around behind us. Sole of the left foot connects to the right thigh. That right foot is, I don't know, shin might be parallel to the long edge of the mat. Really depends on how your body's feeling today. We'll take that left hand around behind us. It'll be our kickstand. Right arm reaches out, swoops up as we lift the hips. Little arch of the back. Big stretch through the hip. And lower down. Unwind and swap the legs. So right shin is in line with the short edge of the mat. Left shin might be along the long edge. It might be out a little bit. That's all right. Bring right arm around behind. That hand is our support as we reach the left out. Swoop up, lift the hips. Feel that little arch. And lower down. Unwind and return to whatever seated posture serves you today. If you have extra time and you want to head down to the mat and take a full Shavasana, that'd be lovely. A nice way to let the practice wash over you and center. If you're ending with me here today, we'll bring hands together at heart center to seal in our practice. I encourage you to take kind thoughts, kind words, and those kind intentions with you from now until we meet again. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for our yoga practice this week. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll see you back on the mat next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.